I was one of the first people to hear Expensive Mistakes, and I didn't even know it.
Back to the street where we began.
Hey everyone, it's me, OMGracie. So I am so sorry I've been away for a really long time. I've been trying to be motivated to edit White Lies, but I haven't been very motivated. So I don't know when I'm going to post the next episode, but I don't think it's going to be like tomorrow or something. But I am on a break, so I'll try to upload more videos. And I'll try to get White Lies uploaded, but I still have to do like the first part of it. First part of editing and everything. But if you want a video explaining like what's happening and everything, and like what I'm going to, but I'm going to be doing a very, very delayed Mania review. I'm going to be going track by track, telling you how I feel about every song on the album. Basically, to sum up how I feel about it, if you told me after Young and Menace and Champion came out that I was going to love the album as much as I do now, I would have told you are out of your mind. After those songs came out, they weren't very good. I'm going to be telling you how I feel about them. But I like the album much better now, but I feel like some of the songs, it just like trying to put a puzzle together with like different puzzles, and you're just trying to force the puzzles together, but it just, you know, doesn't work out. And I feel like some of the songs are like those kind of puzzle pieces that just won't fit in with the rest of the entire puzzle, and they have to be put somewhere else. I think it's just a lot. They're just trying to use so many different genres in one album, which I'm not a fan of. So first we're starting with Stay Frosty Royal Milk Tea. You know, I absolutely love this song. I love the title. It's just the strangest thing I've heard. And it kind of reminds me of The Phoenix, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite songs off of Save Rock and Roll. The only problem I have with this song is that there's one lyric, and it goes, "Are you smelling that triple asterisk?" That lyric is repeated about, I think, 8 times, and it's just an awkward line. It's like kind of dirty, but it's kind of not. And I don't really like that lyric that much. Like I said, it's like kind of dirty and everything. And I wouldn't be like, if I was at a concert, I would not want to be like screaming that lyric. Otherwise, I really love this song. Now next we have The Last of the Real Ones, and this was the 3rd single, and this was when I started really liking the album. And I'm really, really glad that they pushed the album to January 19th, my birthday. But I'm glad they pushed it then, because I definitely think they needed more time. And after they did that, I felt like the songs got way better. And I really love this. It's definitely about someone special, and I like the intro. It's kind of like twinkly, I guess you could say. But I really love the intro, and I love the song as a whole. And you can definitely appreciate Patrick's voice more, and the lyricism, I think that's the word. But the lyrics were way, way better than Champion and Young and Menace. And this was the first single that I really loved. Next we have Hold Me Tight or Don't. This was the 4th single. And I definitely think it's cool. Patrick's voice sounded amazing, especially when he said knife, that one high part. I love that part. That's my favorite part of the song. And I really like that they had it like around Day of the Dead. And I like love that they're doing kind of Latin stuff. And whenever I'm in Spanish class and I kind of see the posters about Day of the Dead, I immediately think of that music video for Hold Me Tight or Down. But I just kind of have mixed feelings about it. I mean, it's a cool song, but I feel like it was just like a little too much. I mean, it's definitely better than Young and Menace, but I feel like all like the electronic stuff it was a little bit too much. But I like this song. I like the lyrics were definitely better, and I like how the music video was like based around Latin Day of the Dead. But I wasn't feeling it as much as I was for The Last of the Real Ones, but it's definitely better. Next we have Wilson, Expensive Mistakes, and this was the 5th single, I think. And I really love this. This came out when I was going, I think it was after basketball practice, and it was supposed to come a bit later. And I was like going downstairs, and I like saw it, and I was like, oh my god, because I had like heard the song was really good. I didn't really hear it live that much, but I heard it was very good. And I do have a little story about that, and I'll tell you in a second. But basically, I really like everything. The music video is hilarious, and I love it so much. And the only problem that I have with it is there's the line, I'll stop wearing black when they make a darker color. I mean, I love that line, but I feel like it's overused. And it's just like, again and again, it's like, they're just overusing that lyric, and that's a reoccurring problem on Mania. And like trying to like Last of the Real Ones. I don't have too much of a problem with that, but they said the Last of the Real Ones a lot. But everything about that, the rest of the song, I love. Now, I do have a little story about the song. So, as you know, I went to a Mania concert, and some of the songs I didn't know very well because I was like still kind of going back and like learning some of the songs because I'm a fairly new fan. So I was like going through my pictures, and they were live photos. So I go back, and there was this one, and I'd like hold it, and I'd be like, I don't recognize this song. Is this like from an old song? And I couldn't recognize it. So then after Wilson Expensive Mistakes came out, I was like listening to it, and I really like kind of memorized it. So then I was going back on my pictures and everything, and I hold it, and I was like, I hold the same photo, and I'm like, this sounds familiar. And guess what it was? Expensive Mistakes. I was one of the first people to hear Expensive Mistakes, and I didn't even know it. Now next we have Church, and I love this song so much. This is one of my favorite songs off of the album. I love the lyrics and everything. There was like this one part where one of the lyrics is, if death is the last appointment, then we're all just sitting in the waiting room, and then you can hear someone yell, Mr. Stump, and I love that part so much. I think it's really funny. And I think all of like instrumental, it's very good, and I think Patrick's voice was shining through in this song. So this is definitely one of the songs that I absolutely love, and it's one of my favorites off of the album.
One look from you.
Next is Heaven's Gate, and this is probably my first or my second favorite song off of the album. This passes like Church, this passes, say, Frosty. I absolutely love this song. I love everything about it. And one of my favorite Fall Out Boy album is Fully Ado, and Patrick just sounds so soulful in the intro and everything, and it kind of sounds a bit like Foley. And I think at the end we get a bit of Pete screaming at it. I don't know that much, but I think so, and that was like... And Patrick's voice in this, it sounds so beautiful, and I love this song so much. As I said before, this is like my first favorite song, like my favorite song ever on this album, my second favorite. This is just amazing. Next, we have Champion. Now, I don't hate this song, but I don't love it. The lyrics are just so generic, and they just like, there's like just 10 lyrics, and then it's just like, that's all they use in the entire song. And it's just not a good song at all. And Patrick sounds better than Young and Menace, but he still doesn't, his voice isn't to the full potential. And I know this band has a lot of potential, and they could definitely do better than this. And when I was at the concert, they were saying this is one of like their favorite songs off of the album, and like they're really proud of this, and I was like, what? Definitely one of the worst songs off of the album. I'm not impressed at all.
I don't even have my own attention. You should please don't.
Now next is Sunshine Riptide. Now I don't really know that many people that like love this song. Now I'm kind of like Champion. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I mean, some of the parts of the song is like cool and everything, but it just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. and the person Burna Boy. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't really like that he's featured in the song. I don't think he sounds very good in the song, and I'm just not feeling it. But this song is way better than the next song on this album. Next, we have Young and Menace. This is hands down the worst song on this album. I do not like it at all. The only thing I like about this song is the intro, and I have myself like kind of replaying that. But otherwise, I hate this song. It's like electronic and it's just so overwhelming, all of it. And like the chorus, it's just awful. And you can't even hear Patrick. You can't appreciate his voice and how amazing. Like compare Young and Menace to Heaven's Gate. When I went to my concert, Patrick played it on a piano and that made it a bit more tolerable, but it's still, I just hate this song. It's awful. And not to mention the lyricism is disappointing. I don't ever see myself coming back to this song whenever I'm like listening to songs on Spotify or I'm listening to the album when I'm doing work or something, because I usually listen to music when I'm doing work. Young and Menace comes up, I just skip it. And last but not least, we have Bishop's Knife Trick. To be honest, I don't come to this song too much, but I think it's a great song and I should listen to it more. I don't have much to say on it, but it's a good song on the album. Well, that was my Mania review. Do you guys disagree with me? Do you agree with me? If not, then comment down below. I will read it and I would love to hear your opinions. Did you like the video? If you did, hit that red button for more videos like this here and there. Also, comment down below what you do next. Thanks for watching, thanks for being part of my family, and as always, peace!